What's up, dude? How's it going?
What's going on, brother? How are
See
you?
Man.
Good to see you.
Okay, so what are we doing today?
Well, I mean, you did say you had a problem with your holster, and we are here to fix it.
Yeah, I tend to have trouble finding big enough holsters or ones that conceal well enough for a full-size light-bearing 2011. So
you got a pretty big gun, but that's not a problem here. We take care of all custom work. We can go ahead and narrow that down. Let's figure out what you want to get for it.
Let's do it.
Cool. So welcome to the holster shop. We are a full custom holster shop companies, meaning lights, optics, suppressor, high sights, threaded barrels, compensators. We take care of all that stuff. So pretty much whatever you're going to throw to us, it's not like we haven't seen it before.
So I know with a lot of holster companies, typically there is a relatively fixed set of models that will fit with certain lights or certain accessories just because there's so many to choose from. You guys are a little bit different in that aspect, correct?
Absolutely. So most holster companies that you're going to find, they're going to have very limited amount of tooling and mold setup. We decided to go a completely different route and be able to do stuff for everything versus just focusing in on the crowd favorites. And that's kind of how we've become so popular with viewers.
And how are you doing it? Because like I said, there's probably an endless number of configurations and options. And I see you guys have a rather extensive wall of sort of model guns, but what are your kind of methods for actually being able to entirely customize a holster for someone?
Well, dude, you pretty much nailed it. Like, there's so many options, lights, guns that you can choose from, to where we didn't want to put ourselves in that bottleneck to where you can only get this. So what we do is we use different types of molds, light, and molding processes to be able to ensure the correct fit and to be able to do custom style holsters without you having to pay an arm and a leg for it.
Well, I'm definitely a big how it's made nerd, so I love stuff like this where you actually get to see how it's actually done. So let's do it.
Let's do it, man.
Yeah.
Let's walk it through and let's make it
cool. So what's the first step?
Cool. So first step, if you would, come over here. So this is our molding section. We pretty much hit everything over here when it comes to our molds, lights, taping, and then we press thermoform plastic up to about 320 degrees. Get it hot enough to be able to mold and be pliable. Create channels for anything that might be annoying to get out later, aka lights, suppressor, high sights, or gas pedals.
Awesome.
So yeah, we'll walk it through, man. Let's make you a cool holster. What are we doing today?
So we're actually going to do this. I just did a review on it, but it's my Alchemy Quantico high cap full size. But I had sent it to Eric Mercer to do a bunch of like custom stuff too. So yeah, so it's going to be pretty sweet. So this is already clear before anybody yells at me.
They're always going to yell in the comments.
But there you go.
This is cool because I haven't seen one of these yet. But that's no problem.
Yeah,
Easy
let's
peasy.
do it.
Let's run it, brother. This is ridiculous, by the way. First,
thank you.
Like, I feel bad for whoever.
It took me like 2 years to get this thing kind of finished and built. So I'm pretty happy with it.
That'll do it. All right, so first step, what we do is we come through, we box everything out that needs to come out of the holster that normally wouldn't have a channel if you just mold it like this. So meaning lights, suppressor, high sights, and any type of takedowns or gas pedals you would do. And what kind of holster did you want?
What are my options?
We can do inside the waistband, outside the waistband, QLS. We can do what we call sticky dogs, which goes in like bags. We can do drop legs, paddle. I mean, you name it, we can do it.
I typically carry this every day, so I say let's go in the waistband.
Perfect. That's why I like
something I'll use.
That's why I like to hear. You always want to hide a gun. I don't care what anybody says. Now that we got the optic off, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and box it all out to where we can get the channel for the light and the channel for the sight. And it doesn't look like we have to do very much for any type of gas pedals. So boxing it out is fairly easy on our end. I might make it look a little bit easier than it actually is, but when I say everything is custom fit, it is custom fit. So what we're doing is we're going to cut this piece of Kydex to scale because we don't need all this workable material. All we really need is enough to be able to cover this firearm completely in a full wrap. So now what we'll do, we'll go ahead and heat this up to about 320 degrees and then we'll press it onto that gun itself. We can do this process a bunch of different ways. Most of the time we'll use other people's molds.
Okay.
Or I'm sorry, our own molds and other people's firearms.
Okay.
It's always easier with our molds because most of them are going to be blocked out.
Oh, sweet.
Easy peasy. So
Yeah, so you already have
cherry
all
bars,
those things sort of built into it.
That's it, even with the light bearing stuff. But when we use other people's guns, which is what we're known for, it just makes it to where we have to do a little extra work.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But now doing that, we don't charge the customer any extra work. We charge just as if we had it as a mold.
And then are you guys able to and/or keep those molds as you get like new things you don't have?
On some stuff we're able to, but majority of it, no, we're not. We're going to be limited to a lot of people's individual builds.
Gotcha.
So this is where my normally high resistance to heat comes in play. So there are better ways to do this, but we find with at least customers' guns, this normally is going to give you the best fit. We can use vacuum presses, we can use vacuum tables, but individuals' guns, this is going to give you that perfect fit. So now we'll let that cool for about 10 minutes. We'll bring it back out and then we'll run the rest of the process.
Sweet.
So like I said, there's better ways to do this for customers' guns, especially as intricate as yours is. We use the taco press. We can really get all those nooks and crannies of the firearm that really gives it that good retention point. So we're not one of those big CNC type of holster companies. We still do it the OG way, and the OG way obviously works better. So now we'll double check. Everything looks clean. So we can go ahead and untape this firearm. What we'll do now is we'll mark this holster as far as clip placement and wing placement to be able to hide this a little bit better on your body.
At a certain point, you just get really good at knowing where stuff should be.
Yeah, I just did that for you. I already knew that. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and drill that out, get the placements, and then we'll cut this down and start the fitment.
Awesome.
Drill, drill, drill. Oop, there we go. So that's all drilled out. We'll make those holes nice and clean for you. This is the process that we make it an adjustable cant. All right, so what that just did is it gives you the ability to adjust the angle of the holster while it's on the body.
Sweet.
When we throw that clip on. We gotta cut the optics area out. So that'll fit. That'd be pretty nice to have. All right, let's get it cutting.
Let's do it.
All right, there we go. Safety first.
Oh, I like that click.
So we gotta make sure, yeah, I've got a nice click already and we haven't put anything on. So we wanna make sure that you got a good side on the handle. We gotta make sure that that optic's gonna clear. And then we're just gonna clean everything up nice and neat. Good, I'm gonna check for optic spacing and we are good. That is all clear. And if you notice too, we make sure there's no sharp spots on that because you are going to be probably putting this in your pants. So we don't want any sharp spots on it.
Yeah, I will say I do, obviously I like hand fit guns, and it's kind of cool in a day and age of like all this machinery that you guys are still doing a lot of this with an actual like in-person touch.
Hand fit holsters. And like, I mean, when we say custom, we say custom. So now we're going to move to some buffing. We're going to get it all cleaned up on this wheel. All right, cool. That's first buff. Now we're gonna move over here to second hand buff. Kind of clean up the edges. All right, so that's the most time-consuming part. Now it's very easy. We're just gonna do fitment and get all your hardware on.
Like a glove.
Like a glove, sir. All right, so for this, I'm guessing you probably want a wing on it, something to keep that handle in. We'll throw one of our split metal clips on there. I like these a little better. They hold better. Bada boom. Bada bing. Now we intentionally don't Loctite these just so you can get your perfect fitment, but we do recommend you put a little bit of Loctite on these.
I could do somersaults in that. Just to back them out.
The birth of a holster. So now,
Yeah, that looks epic.
so let's get it all cleaned up, laser and marked for you, and then you're good to go, bro.
Boom. Let's do it.
All right, so what he's doing now is he's gonna go ahead and laser it, putting our info on there as well as the info of the gun, just in case you got multiple holsters. It'll tell you which one's which with the light, and it'll ensure our warranty. All right, Corey, so you brought us this monstrosity, which is pretty amazing. I've never seen one. I really like this. I'm surprised I'm even giving it back to you. Should keep it.
Well, I was gonna say we'll have to go shoot it soon.
Perfect, that works for me, but there you go.
Boom.
Custom form-fitted holster.
Okay, moment of truth.
How does it feel?
And that disappears. Okay, are you ready to kick us out of your shop?
No, dude, you guys are welcome anytime.
Awesome. Well, hopefully we'll do a lot more videos in the future, but until next time, see you on the range.
Thanks for watching, guys.